This is not a story about beer. I'm serious, it's not. That guy used to be a rocket scientist. The story is how he got here from there.
I worked for Lockheed Martin on some classified satellite programs. What do I miss about my old job? No, I don't miss much about my old job. It's a lot more fun to be my own boss and be working in the beer industry.
Patrick Crawford turned his passion into his profession. He's one of the guys behind Denver Beer Company in Lohi, where they've poured out 60 recipes in their first 6 months. The packed house is proof that for craft beer drinkers, their favorite beer is something new they haven't tried.
Yeah, we didn't just jump into this.
Denver Beer Company's success is no accident.
We took a class from the Chamber of Commerce and worked really hard on putting together a great business plan. Before we got any money, before we swung a hammer, before we did anything, we knew what we were going to do for the next 5 years.
Down the line, perhaps they'll be the next great divide, which wasn't great right away.
We ran out of money very quickly, probably within a year of opening.
That was 1994, and Brian Dunn,
These are fermenters.
a CSU-trained soil scientist, went from building farms in Africa to planting himself in Denver's emerging craft beer industry.
I was not going to let this fail.
And he didn't. 18 years later, Great Divide has 39 employees, plans to brew 26,000 barrels of beer to quench a growing national reputation.
If you care enough about something and you have that passion and that drive, you'll make it work.
You see the same in a strange brewing company with a common story.
This business is a child of the Great Recession. When we started, there was no credit to be had.
When Tim Myers was laid off from the Rocky Mountain News, he didn't just sit there. He decided to brew something.
Don't wait. Before we even lost our jobs, we were already looking at, is this feasible? Is this possible?
Almost 2 years later, there's more thirst for his strange brew than he can produce. He's pouring profits into bigger brewing equipment and still hasn't taken a paycheck.
Regrets? None.
2 years, no paycheck.
Figure out what you like to do, what makes you happy, because then it's not work. Then it's joy, it's life.